And Ben, can we talk about the group that organized this event? Because
Sure.
they say that they are protecting freedom of speech and that they should be able to depict the Prophet Muhammad, even lambaste him. That's what our Constitution says. But of course, other people say that this is even a hate group and that they're vehemently anti-Islam. What do you make of this group?
I think this group definitely hates Al-Qaeda, ISIS, ISIL extremist groups, and those that do things like the Charlie Hebdo shooting. And they are very proud of that. They're not going to back down. And their argument, I had one person that's in this group on my show, he said, look, we are in America. We are not going to cower to Al-Qaeda or ISIS or anyone that wants to come after freedom of speech. And they held their rally. We believe it was to help, actually find lone wolves in January. We're going to have our rally in response in the same building, the same place, to let them know that we stand by free speech and we are not going to cancel events because we're afraid of Al-Qaeda-like attacks or terrorist attacks like they say is exactly what America saw last night, and we should not back down from these people.
Look, there are a lot of Americans hate ISIS and hate everything that they stand for, but this group takes it a step further. I mean, they talk about Islam. They don't just talk about Al-Qaeda and ISIS. They talk about Islam, and they talk about it with sort of real repugnance, quite frankly. They say Islam, I'm quoting what the keynote speaker, Geert Wilders, said. He said, Islam wants to rob us of our freedom and our liberties. Islam and freedom are totally incompatible. Our Judeo-Christian culture is far superior to the Islamic one. I mean, this is why there are critics of this group, because they don't just talk about terrorists, they talk about Islam.
You look at the local community. I mean, it's one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen, which is you have two of these conferences. Look how far different they are. And yet the local community said, we don't really want either of these. One that's pro-Islam, one that's anti-Islam in our community. You even had Tea Party groups that were actually protesting this art exhibit last night. That's not something that you would see every day or assume would happen here. There were a lot of people that were very apprehensive and concerned, saying, just because you can doesn't mean that you should hold a rally like this. And obviously both sides thought, no, we're going to go all the way. And you saw these gunmen show up, and that's exactly what they want to do, is either kill as many people or stop this from happening, even though it was at the end of the night. And it seemed to be pre-planned, like you said, from tweets we're seeing.
Right.